Benoit Jericho here, live from San Diego, California. As you can see on the screen, we are on Hybrid Universe, episode number 14. Now, number 14 has a huge stacked card, and I apologize for the delay. Before we get started, we had plans on the King himself being here live on mic with us, but unfortunately, events that were out of his control, that if he wishes to speak on, if he ends up being able to show up, I'll let him get into. But let's get into tonight's card a little bit. Now, if you've been following the Hybrid Universe page, you know that this sinister Nightmare Sparks has been wreaking havoc on our roster, showing up out of the blue and just choke slamming random competitors basically at will through the ring. Now, our boss put a stop to this momentarily by saying if Nightmare Sparks can defeat both members of one of our top tag teams, that he would receive a contract for at least our hardcore division. Now that, folks, is happening tonight, along with Lance Hagan and Ryan Steele taking on Noah Rivers and Devil Dog, who volunteered to help Noah in that match. CFT, who is Lance Hagan and Ryan Steele's manager, as you know, said that if Noah wanted any retribution for Lance's attack on him in episode 12, I believe, that he would have to find himself a partner because it would be a tag match. Devil Dog stepped up, threw his hand there, threw his hat in the ring, and volunteered to stand beside Noah, which there's no love between the two. It's just Devil Dog wanted to jump in there and fight. On top of that, DTM taking on Louis C. I don't think I've ever seen those two in a ring together, never mind toe-to-toe throwing down. Then we've got Sharod Ford taking on our light heavyweight champion JP3. That is a non-title match, folks. We have Robbie Regal, who has been rescheduled, hopefully this Saturday, for his Origins episode. Robbie Regal will be making his in-ring debut, taking on Danny Diamond. Now, James Black was supposed to be mic'd up with us. I don't think he will be able to, but he does have a match tonight, taking on Sander in their rematch. That Sander Cool has been just driving us nuts. And if you look on the Hybrid Universe page, you'll see that still, even today, even though he got his match, he is still in promos, just driving us nuts about wanting to get his hands on James Black. Also, folks, actually opening the show, we have Seth Reks making his debut, and he is taking on Gavyn Rivers. So 2 Rivers boys will be live in action tonight. So let's get things rolling, ladies and gentlemen.
Setting fire to the sky. Here comes this rising tide.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we may be late, but we are here, and we are up and running. Now, opening things up, as we mentioned earlier, we've got Seth Reks here with the green hair with that eye patch. Now, that's a cool story that I want to tap into at some point, how Seth Reks actually lost his eye, but it hasn't slowed him down because he has still had a fairly high quality career here within this EighthStar universe, and he's taking on one of the younger Rivers clan. This is Gavyn Rivers in here. We've got some messages going off. Let me see. As I mentioned, this is Gavyn Rivers here taking on Seth Reks. Both loving that green color combination, and then with a lot of people going with the classic black and white these days, it seems, you know, there'll be a nice breakup. And what's going on here? We've got Gavyn just sort of showing off, just kneeling on the back of the neck of Seth Reks. What's going on here? He pounces up, springs off his own leg. Ladies and gentlemen, Gavyn Rivers just standing on Seth Reks' own knee, springs off and delivers a kick to the back of the head. And a very athletic maneuver there, kind of disrespectful. And now Gavyn, what's he going to do here? Lifting Seth up, got him set up on that top ropes, and there's a neck breaker. Looks like Gavyn going to try to put this one away. Here's the pin. There's just a 1 count. Seth Reks kicks out. He's not done yet. He's setting Gavyn up for something. Flips him around and drops him on his back. I thought he was going for a modified X Factor, but instead slams him down on his back. Indeed, James, that's a beautiful neck breaker. Perfectly executed. Definitely one of the qualities that all the Rivers clan possesses. They are all very technically sound. Another 1 count we see here, and this time it's Gavyn's turn to pop up after just the 1 count. Reks back on the attack, face plants him down. You can see Gavyn holding his eye. Seth Reks propping up. We know it's coming here. There's that spinning kick. He got him. Lands it right on his jaw. That's it. Gavyn is out. There's a 2 count, and oh no, 2 count. Gavyn kicks out of that. Didn't think he was going to be propping up after that kick to the jaw, but out of pure just reflex, he kicks out, and there's a shooting star. Beautifully executed. 2 and another 2 count. Gavyn is definitely showing some heart here, folks. Another kick out after those couple big moves. I thought that this young man was going to be done and his night was going to end, but he keeps kicking out over and over again. Flies over and delivers an apron DDT now on Reks. Just when you thought the man was done, he's just pouring it on now. Gavyn here got him set up, and there's a knee or a shin to the back of the head of Seth Reks. Let's see if this can do it, and another 2 count. These men just going off on each other here. Trying to figure out what it's going to take to put the other man down. It's this part in the match, folks, when people start making mistakes. They start doubting, taking risks that they wouldn't normally take, and that's when you end up beating yourself. Let's see if these men, either one of them, can, you know, retain composure and do what it takes to put the other man down. However this match turns out, very exciting stuff to open this card up, and that's for sure. Both very athletic. What's going on here? Is he going to prop him back up? No, I thought he was going to put him back up for another one of those neck breakers, but he's got Seth draped over that middle rope and delivers a knee to the face. Oh, it looks like Seth is the one that's feeling the pain. It looked like he sprung for a second, delivered a move, and then you see him drop right back down to a knee. Looks like fatigue is starting to take over. He's still... Let's see if he has what it takes left in the tank to put him away here. Definitely, Mr. White, definitely a close call earlier after that kick. I'm surprised these two are still going at it. See there again now. Seth Reks dropped down onto one knee. Definitely exhausted. Setting him up. Let's see if he has enough in the tank to put him away. One more kick. That's got to be it. Let's see. I don't know if he got it all. There's a 2 count and 3. Seth Reks picks up a win. Big win in his debut here against Gavyn Rivers. I don't know if he got him with all of that, but Gavyn, after that grueling match there, maybe that kick was just enough to put him away. The one-eyed pirate of the EFED industry standing tall. John Christopher, I see you there checking in, brother. I appreciate your support. If you guys hadn't had a chance, check out the video that John Awesome ended up putting up on our page. See what he's all about. I know a lot of you around here aren't too familiar, at least with John Awesome. So get a good look at what he has to offer, and we'll be seeing him in ring. I think he's scheduled for actually the next episode, episode 15. John Awesome, I believe. I have to find the notes, but I think they've got him scheduled to debut on 15. And again, this is a non-title match. This is Sharod Ford taking on our light heavyweight champion, JP3. This should be another one of those exciting high-speed matchups here. Both of these men, again, very athletic. You can see that they're going pretty much full speed early on here. This rookie, Sharod Ford, actually taking it to the light heavyweight champion to the point where you see CFT here, not happy with what he's seeing, standing up on the apron, cheering on his guy, or maybe trying to distract Ford, but it had no effect on this young man. Continue to battle his champion here. I did see your message, John, about getting rid of the other link, and I did that. I've got to, figure out how I get it actually downloaded and sent to YouTube, because I was having some issues getting that figured out. But definitely we'll give it another look after the show to try to get your promo uploaded onto our YouTube page. And now what's this? We've got Springing off the rope, JP3 with a huge boot to the face. You can see the eyes glazed over. Nice close-up shot of Ford. Eyes glazed over. This could be it. CFT thinks it's it. And just a 1 count. I can't believe it, folks. Sharod Ford, after that huge boot to the face, it looked like he was out cold. Eyes just glazed over in the corner. So far at this point, the youngsters, Gavyn Rivers and now Sharod Ford, showing that they have what it takes to be here with these vets. I would love to see Ford upset JP3 here, definitely. Especially him being, JP3 being part of the CFT, the Townsend Enterprises stable. Who doesn't like to see his guys lose? Sharod Ford here still doing a great job making that. Oh, we can CFT. Get off the apron, CFT. There you go. You just stay down. I know you can hear me over there. This guy, I'm glad I don't have to listen to him lately. He hasn't been on the mic with us. I think his mic privileges finally got shut off after his interview. And after the last episode he was on, you could hear him, talking a lot of trash about Donald Trump, so maybe he got himself in trouble there. I'm not sure what Sharod Ford was going for. Maybe he's trying to do a drop kick and came up swinging and basically missed everything. To check his depth perception, and now Ford going upstairs. Very risky because JP3 is on his feet. JP3 jumps up, punches him, and he just tosses Ford all the way from the top ropes, crashing down on the ground. Huge rookie mistake right there. That's where that lack of experience in the ring and possibly, some first match jitters came into play. Climbed up on those top ropes, but he did not make sure that JP3 was down, and he paid for it. Yeah, definitely backfired on him a little bit, at least for a second, but he seems to be fine as he is on the attack. He's all fired up, flying all over this ring. Flurry of clotheslines. See if that veteran presence of JP3 is enough to overcome this flashy speedster offense that Sharod Ford has been just dealing out here so far. Ford here now in a very precarious position. JP3 springs over the top ropes with a leg drop. Springing Ford back into the ring that had so much force on it. That's definitely a move that could turn the tides of this one. Slowing the legs down of Sharod Ford a little bit. Those legs that he has, a huge weapon. JP3 no slouch himself, but definitely not as quick as Ford seems to be. Ford's got JP3 sit up. He's stacked him on that wall. Back up on the apron. What's he going to do here, folks? Signaling for something. Ford leaps off the apron and delivers a nasty leg drop himself. CFT not happy about it. Tossed him back in the ring. Now Ford up on the top ropes. Let's see if he pulls off what he was looking to do the first time. Flying through the air. Oh, and he's caught! JP3 caught him in midair! Sharod is down, and there's the 3 count. JP3, what a finish. So far, that aerial assault by Sharod Ford not paying off as big as he wanted it to. That top rope move basically failing him twice here in a row. Failing big time that last time there, is coming through just before getting hit. You can see the head actually looks like it's opened up of JP3 there. Light heavyweight champion was definitely in a fight. You can see the face busted open. Sharod Ford, a very good showing.
I know that today I am going to show up to my match, and I am going to cause a lot of pain. So I shall have conversation. I shall have a video of what happens to people that cross this nightmare. The dream demon sparks.
Sorry for disappearing, folks, but every time I hear this man talk, a nasty DDT right there. Diving in, and Corey almost out here early. Nightmare Sparks trying to get his contract. He wants that roster spot. There's another. And Jesus, it's over just like that. I went to get a drink here, folks. Went to just reach over on my counter beside me, grab a drink, and Nightmare Sparks, 2 moves, folks. 2 moves is all it took for this Nightmare to earn a spot on the HWA roster. Can see Corey of the Alpha just decimated here. This monster of a man, this Nightmare Sparks, just destroying one of the top tag teams that we have here in HWA. I believe the Alpha is ranked number 3, and Sparks just dismantles him in just minutes, folks. Just minutes. I don't even think it was minutes. Probably like 40 seconds. Guys, if you liked what you just saw right there, let us know. Shoot a big like up on there. It takes 0.2 seconds to click like on this video. And if you're new to it here, Mad Dog, I see you checking in. Mad Dog, you have that championship match, actually. I think they sent you notice, but you've got that title match coming up for that Rising Star in episode 15, so make sure you're ready for that. That match happened so fast, folks, that I didn't even have time to prepare for this match. I had to take myself away from the booth so I get kind of creeped out listening to Sparks talk. Barely made it back to my seat. Now, folks, the man that you're seeing here, you guys all know Danny Diamond. But the competitor, you see him taking on, a lot of you, this man is new to HWA. This is the man that we are going to be chatting with on the next episode of Origins. This is Robbie Regal. Nice little spot there if you take a look at it. Joe Rivers Also making a plug here for an APW show, Road to Glory, that airs in about 10 minutes. So if this show, you may miss some important stuff if you bounce out of here and go check that out. But, if you stay with us live or you come back and watch out, definitely go check out APW as well. Now, this man, Robbie Regal, he comes from Jonathan Prada's Lit show. We watched about a month ago. He was in there, and he actually beat Devil Dog one-on-one in a very good match. I'd love to see those two tie it up here again in the future. A lot of hype here on this Robbie Regal, but Danny Diamond is definitely holding his own against him here so far. Hold on, you stand up here for a minute. Never know with this crazy Robbie Regal guy if this table here is going to become a weapon or not. Speaking of weapon, hey, get, what are you doing with that chair? Danny Diamond just took one of the chairs here and didn't really make use of it. Robbie Regal able to pull out of that, going for a pin here down on the floor. Our hardcore style matches are Falls Count Anywhere. As a reminder, folks, if you guys like Falls Count Anywhere being part of the stipulation for your hardcore matches, folks, throw a big like on there. Let us know. We do things a little bit different than some other people do. Robbie Regal over there clubs him. He's got that kendo stick just pounding on Danny Diamond now. Just the one count, Diamond kicking out. Definitely, Joe, myself and Devil Dog, very close friends of you over the years. You actually saw your brother and your son fight earlier today already, or your brother will be fighting later on. Your son opened match up in a very, very good match. He put a good showing on against Seth Reks. Definitely could be in the match of the night, depending on how the rest of the night goes here, but definitely a good one. I'd love to see those two do battle again. Gavyn was very impressive here today. Rio, good to see you. Make sure you click like. And it looks like, he's got him wrapped up in a crossface. Regal looking to put this one away. Hardcore match, but he's going for a submission. And Danny Diamond is tapping Robbie Regal with a win here in his HWA debut. And speaking of debut, we have the last villain, Rio, scheduled to make his debut in episode 15 as well. So Rio, I see you there checking in. Thank you for stopping by and watching the show. Make sure you're ready for episode 15 next week, where you'll be stepping in the ring yourself. I actually may have notes here on who you'll be facing.
Matt EighthStar, General Manager of Worldwide Wrestling. Now, you may
the man that you were scheduled to face has actually been a scratch.
Well, have you ever wondered where you could get
we're not going to release the name of the competitor that you were scheduled to take on, but he failed a drug test, so he will not be your opponent for episode 15. So we'll have to get back to you on who your opponent will be, Rio. But you are slated, nonetheless, to be there. Speaking of... Thanks for that little spot there, Matt EighthStar from 3Dub. And indeed, Black Rifle Coffee from Black Rifle Coffee Company. It's great stuff, and their mugs are just cool, veteran-owned company. Oh, DTM, before I can even introduce the match, going for a pin. This is one that, you know, didn't get enough hype from either man. Maybe they were both kind of nervous about facing each other, but we've got DTM taking on Lewis C here. Sorry if I get quiet during this match, folks. This is one that I've been waiting to see. These two men, I don't think they've ever been in the same EFED as the other, but that's what we are, folks. That is hybrid. We try to take people that don't usually fight each other, that aren't usually in the same territories in this industry that we live in, and we put them together right here on hybrid. And if you guys like that and you want to see more of that, more of these sort of dream style scenario matches like Lewis C taking on DTM, throw a like on there. Make sure you subscribe. Only takes 0.2 seconds to like, folks. As we usually see here, Donald Trump, who signed on as the manager of DTM recently after he lost his election, is with us. He's been rather quiet as of late, dealing with a lot right now, as you can imagine, but there he is, top left of the screen in DTM's corner. Remember the story, DTM actually invited him over. He was running around campaigning with, I believe I can still call him President Trump, or at least the former President Trump, as they're waiting for the votings. Trump, as you all know, you know the history of wrestling, is a huge wrestling fan. Showed up on that show that used to be around WWE back in the day before their doors closed. But, you know, DTM, a huge supporter of Donald Trump, ended up showing up on his campaign with him and then invited the president, who we had mic'd up with us here. I believe it was the episode before our King of the Ring pay-per-view when President Trump actually came out and addressed the crowd. I haven't really heard from him since. Lewis C sort of stalking DTM here. Gets him back to his feet. Is he going to do that C shot? No, he comes with a C shot. Yeah, right there. He got him with it. Standing him up again. Spinning that arm around. Going for 2 in a row. He got it. 2 in a row on DTM. Lewis C is all jacked up here. Not done with him. Gets him back down. Is he going to slingshot DTM off that middle rope? Great leverage there. That's awesome. Oh, there's the C shot. I was confusing the moves. There's the C shot right there. It's been a long time since I've called a Lewis C match, but that's it right there. The C shot from the C show. Doesn't keep DTM down, though. DTM now trying to fire back. Springs over. Oh, going for that float over springing neck breaker, but Lewis C dodges it. Lewis C pretty much dominating in this one. This is very unexpected. I was thinking it was going to be a more back and forth of a match, but Lewis C just sort of beating him down, and DTM not having much of an answer, at least to this point. Let's see if that clothesline out of the ring does it. DTM standing in there. Looks like he's just trying to, you know, regain his breath after that non-stop offense that Lewis C has been putting out there. Lewis been around for a long time, but he just does not seem to age. Rio, I see your comment there. A cool break. I appreciate that. We're trying to put on, little breathers for people because we don't do a lot of entrances in our segments. So these little breaks like that, it's nice to give people a little chance to grab a drink or run to the bathroom. Sounds like someone's miking up with us. Who's on here with us?
Is this thing on? Thank God.
Oh, God. Ladies and gentlemen, we haven't heard from CFT in quite a while, but I recognize that voice anywhere. CFT, let's start things off on a better foot than we left off before. Welcome to the show, Clarence Fletcher Townsend.
Always great to be here and make your life a miserable hell.
Now, that's not starting off on a new foot.
Yes, it is.
Your light heavyweight champion, JP3, victorious, but Sharod Ford run him through the ringer. I mean, things weren't looking very good for your guy there for a while. I saw how anxious you got a couple times jumping up on the apron.
Anxious? Me?
Yeah, you were looking a little bit unsure that your champion was going to come through and beat that rookie there.
No, I wouldn't call it anxious. JP3, let him get a few shots in. I mean, JP3 is a very nice person that way.
That's what
part of his strategy.
All right.
And I was just playing along because,
Sort of a Ric Flair type of strategy. He takes a beating, suckers him in, and and finishes
one
him
thing
off.
I do have in common with Ric Flair, well, a few things. One, I have a Rolex. My shoes are worth more than your house. Let's just put it this way, and I'm also how is it he would put it, a limousine riding, jet flying, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing son of a gun, right?
That's your lifestyle choice, and if that's how you like to live, then that's how you should live. Right? That's part of living in America. And speaking of living in America, yeah, Donald Trump is here.
Trump.
And one of the most American men that I know, DTM, in the ring right now, and what's becoming a hell of a match here, taking on Lewis C. Things weren't looking very good for DTM.
The only thing American about DTM is his stupidity.
Wait, being stupid is American? Are you anti-American now?
No, I'm anti-poor Americans.
Poor Americans meaning millionaires and below, I'm presuming.
Exactly.
Watch out here. Sander Cool almost gets run over. Sander is here beside us. He's not on mic here, but there's definitely a scuffle going on here. Them trying to throw each other basically off Sander. Looks like, CFT, you've got yourself a fan.
Who would that be?
This is Rio, the last villain alive. Rio, a new signage to the HWA, plugged under the New Breed universe. He'll be making his in-ring debut here with us on episode 15, and it looks like he's either laughing at you, laughing about you, or he's a fan. And there's an Olympic slam there. DTM could be done. You see on the leg of Lewis C, it says GOAT, greatest of all time. And the greatest of all time, Lewis C, just puts DTM out of his misery. Here's a look at the C shot earlier on. That didn't do it. Surprising, most of the time Lewis C lands one of those, it's good night, Irene, but DTM, showing that testicular fortitude that he has, kept things going, prompted by the former president of the United States of America, Donald Trump, for support, breathing life into DTM, but it just wasn't enough for him to squeeze by.
Listen, SVJ, no one cares about what you like to do with DTM's testicles.
I'm not sure DTM. I'm going to just ignore that. President Trump over here having words with our referee. I don't think he quite approves. You can see him there in the background yelling something at the referee.
Hey, Trump, get over it. You big fat loser.
You got in trouble last time. That's why you've been off the mic for so long. I don't think you can talk to Donald Trump like that.
He signed an executive order saying I cannot be on the mic for at least 3 weeks.
That's right, and it has been 3 weeks. Like, King James has some new entrance music here tonight. And some new attire. Look at this crown.
You know that crown would have looked better on the head of Ryan Steele. Or Aaron Wade.
Rebuild, refocus, and reclaim. James Black here making his way down with some body armor and some cool new digs.
Well, I will give you one thing. He is the king of HWA. He won the King of the Ring tournament. I wouldn't say he won it fairly and justly, but he won it.
You sound like Sander Cool, and that's exactly what's leading up to this match here. As you can see, just popped up on the screen. Make sure you remember to hit that like button. This rematch now between Sander Cool, a man that you are you have a love-hate relationship with. He agreed with you, and that's why he's in this match with the King of the Ring here, King James.
No. I did not agree with Sander Cool, okay? Sander Cool believes in honor and integrity and stuff like that, okay? The stuff I don't believe in.
I don't see anything wrong with honor and integrity. Aren't those sort of words to live by, along with the golden rule?
The golden rule? What's the golden rule?
Treat others the way you want to be treated. And, you know, don't say anything. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it. Right? If you don't have anything nice to say, then don't say it. Or don't say anything at all.
Well, here's something nice to say. My tie looks good today.
I do kind of like your tie. It looks like mine, but as you're probably going to say, except yours probably costs more than my house.
Oh, this whole suit costs more than your house. Each piece of this suit costs more than your house.
I don't doubt that.
You bought that with food stamps, I'd say, but you know.
Well, HWA pays me a little bit better, and I, as you know,
minimum wage is not good pay.
I am on 3-dub payroll as well. So I do make a nice, modest living compared to a lot of other individuals.
Wait a minute. SVJ, I know I've seen you somewhere else. You're the door greeter at Walmart.
Anyway, back to the action, folks, where King James continues to just pummel Sander Cool. I wonder if he's regretting any of the words that he said earlier today. If you want to see what Sander had to say to King James before the match, make sure you check out the Hybrid Universe page, not group, folks, the page. It's got a promo posted up there, a little bit of bass in the voice of Sander Cool before this match. Just when it looked like Sander Cool was going to get his licks in, the King James here, you know, not having any part of that. I wasn't too thrilled, honestly, to see Sander fighting James Black, but Sander asked for this match, and you know, I hate saying it because I love Sander, but looks like he's going to get what he asked for.
You're the only one who loves Sander.
No, Sander's very popular. He's getting better and better each year, and there's a kill switch there on Sander Cool, and 2 count. Sander kicks out of it. I'll give him that. Sander is a hard guy to keep down, and he does always seem to find a way.
3 seconds. I did it.
You did.
Exactly, and you're not going to forget it.
I can't exactly say that it wasn't cheating, but you definitely did win. And James Black winding up here, delivers a shot, and the body of Sander Cool just went limp. You can see up in the top, Nora having her hands almost up in prayer by her face there after she saw that shot. Sander Cool out cold. James Black with a 3 count here.
You know, I hear that Nora is a very religious woman. They always find her with the priest in the confession box on her knees. I assume it's to pray.
CFT, this is a family show.
I said I assume it was to pray. I did not say anything else. I did not say... I didn't imply anything. That's just you gutter mind.
Hold on a second.
Prick.
Alright, I guess as long as you aren't saying these things directly, innuendos apparently are okay. So let's, ladies and gentlemen, Sander Cool, didn't have to be in this match. He really shouldn't have been. But let's give Sander Cool a big like. Hit that like button on there for Sander, just to show some appreciation, because not everyone is willing to step in the ring with James Black here, folks. You saw what he did to Devil Dog.
Like, give me the like.
Sander Cool actually stood up to James Black back in 3-Dub when Devil Dog and James Black had that epic feud going, and he's got fortitude. You see here, Lance Hagan had a couple things to say. Your new signee here, and be making his way to the ring to take on. We just mentioned Devil Dog and Noah Rivers here taking on a couple of your guys.
And their opponents at a combined weight of
Lance Hagan is someone I have a lot of faith in.
It's hard not to have faith in a 6'9", 350-pound behemoth. The Savage Gentleman.
And he is quite a gentleman, I'll give you that.
I like how you kind of have some matching attire going on to your guys now. It's kind of...
Oh, I know, I love it.
The Savage Gentleman, for 6'9", he is a strong guy, but he's not the typical... If you followed Lance Hagan through his 3-Dub career, he's not the typical monster. He's very athletic, very agile big man. He doesn't fight all the time like a 6'9" guy. That 330, 350 pounds, he gets around very well, so keep an eye on that. He can actually hang with some of these smaller guys. Their speed's not a huge advantage. And starting things off, if you are new to this show, like Rio, a couple of these guys like Ryan Steele. Steele is in here. He's got the sort of tan trunks. You can see Steele written on the back. That's Ryan Steele, one of Clarence Fletcher Townsend's guys from Townsend Enterprises. And the gentleman with the long hair, that is Noah Rivers. We had Noah's brother, Joe Rivers, here on our feed a few minutes ago, talking about the HPW show that's coming up. And this is a match, again, that Noah requested after Noah actually beat, once again, one of CFT's guys an episode ago, and wanted a little retribution after Lance Hagan made his presence felt by coming in and just decimating Noah after the match was already over. But Townsend, refusing the one-on-one, said that he'd have to find himself a tag partner if he wanted to take on Lance. So that put us where we are right now. Devil Dog stepped up, threw a hand in the air, and volunteered to stand beside Noah. Devil Dog not friendly with Noah in any way, so I'm kind of curious as to how this tag team tandem is going to end up so far. Devil Dog in there has the big man grounded exactly where they want to keep him. CFT luckily quiet here. This one he might be going to get a better look and spins him around. He's got the arm of the big man, but those long arms able to reach over, grab that bottom rope, break things up here. Devil Dog had that arm walked in pretty deep. Didi's got to get himself back out of the Townsend corner there. There you go. This is where he's got to be. Didi chopping him down like a big tree. The redwood draped over the bottom ropes here. Didi's setting him up. We know what's coming. Precarious position. Devil Dog with that drop kick to the face. Sliding across the apron. Baseball player style. Slides into home right in the side of the giant grape of Hagan.
Testing this microphone, and I'm back.
Hayden tagging in, and this is a matchup that we've come to love seeing. It didn't last very long. Devil Dog delivers a back elbow, taking Steele down. We thought this place was going to explode there. Devil Dog taking on Ryan Steele yet again, after we saw him actually beat Steele 3 times so far in IWA. We thought there was going to be a huge explosion here.
SBJ, if you look right here on this paper that I brought, you are on a non-disclosure agreement when it comes to those 3 matches. You are not to discuss them in my presence, and if you talk about them again, I will call my lawyer Isaac Goldstein and sue your ass. So you sit there and you shut up.
You've already tried that, but as you know, HWA has the backing of 3 Dubs law firm. So
and I'll sue their asses too. Okay,
holds no bearing here.
Hey, Drew Gessner, Matt EighthStar, bring your lawyers. I'll get them too.
Devil Dog and Ryan Steele tied up here again. Let's see who can get an advantage. No one so far. Devil Dog whips Steele into the corner. Goes for a kick, but Steele blocks that. Steele's got him set up in a nice suplex there. Rolls over, lifting Devil Dog up again with a neck breaker. Yeah. What a beautiful combo by Ryan Steele, folks. Now mocking Devil Dog. Devil Dog not liking that. A little fireman's carry. Rolls him over. And here we go. He's got that Fog of War crossface in. We've seen him put Ryan Steele away with this.
Come on.
And Ryan Steele rolls out of it. Good defense right there by Ryan Steele. Yesterday we saw Devil Dog actually in that tag match force Will King to tap out very early with that Fog of War crossface. Ryan Steele definitely better in his submission game and the defense of such here than Will King is. Able to kick out of it. Now Ryan Steele, we saw this earlier. Steele's turn now, draped over that bottom rope. Devil Dog sizing him up. Sprints across and slides across the apron for that kick to the head. It's going to take a lot more than that to keep Steele down. We all know that. Devil Dog knows it. Stands him back up. Steele spins him around and drops Devil Dog on those bad rib area. It's the James Black broke a couple of Devil Dog's ribs, and one of them actually punctured his lung. Ryan Steele very aware of that, targeting that area.
You know what lesson 1 in Steel Academy is? Lesson 1 is to always exploit your opponent's weaknesses, and that's exactly what Ryan Steele just did right there to Devil Dog. I love it.
He definitely did, and then hit that Canadian Destroyer. I think that Ryan Steele, over the last year or so, he's become, I don't know if it's the Steel Academy, what it is, but his moves have become a lot more crisp over the last year. So I'll definitely give him that. His actions, his words, kind of questionable, but there's no doubting the in-ring ability of Ryan Steele.
Ryan Steele spends most of his days at the Steel Academy in Dayton, Ohio, always trying to hone his craft. will stop at nothing to become the greatest wrestler in this industry.
And here we go. This is what the match was all about. Lance Hagan taking on Noah Rivers. Noah asked for this matchup right now. Let's see if he can pull things off and take this big man down. Series of clotheslines. Tossing now Rivers into the corner. Using that big body to just bully Rivers around.
Beautiful.
Now, what's this that Lance Hagan has on his hand? Is that a tattoo, or is that a sticker, or that big green emblem he has on him? And now this is trouble, folks. Double team move. Sort of a modified suplex and neck breaker at the same time, delivered by Steele and Hagan. The two working together pretty well here. I definitely, will give them that. And there's a 2 count, but Noah kicks out. Steele back in here after that tag team maneuver. Devil Dog hand reaching out, yelling for Noah to make the tag. Noah stands up instead and should have gone for a tag. There he goes. Now he tags in Devil Dog. We've got Devil Dog, D-Double, taking on Ryan Steele again here in the ring. And he throws him down. He's got it on again. A second time. Devil Dog has that crossface. This time Hagan caught sight of it. Breaks things up. That could have been it for Ryan Steele. Second time having that crossface wrapped around him. Devil Dog setting up for a second time. This is going to be another one of those apron sliding drop kicks, trying to weaken the head area of Ryan Steele. No doubt to either go for that DD 214, sizing him up there. Looked like he was going for it, but Steele crawled away just in time. Dives, makes the tag to Hagan. Definitely dodged the bullet there. DD was setting him up for that DD 214 to try to punch his ticket for the night. Quick thinking on part of Steele. Dives over, tags in the big man. The Savage Gentleman now manhandling Devil Dog. Series of shots to the ribs. Tossing Devil Dog around, back and forth, rope to rope. And here's a nasty Russian leg sweep. The big man is just rolling. You mentioned how fast he was for such a large guy.
His speed is very impressive. I am not taking anything away from Lance Hagan.
Hagan just suspending Devil Dog up there. Seemed like for a lifetime. Upside down, letting the blood rush to D-Double's head there before dropping him on his back. Now just tossing Double D over the top ropes. Like a sack of potatoes. Devil Dog crashing down. Definitely Max. He looked like he was going for that DD 214, but wasn't able to get it. Steele able to dive out of the way and avoid that one. The big man just tossing and basically having his way with Double D like Hagan seems to do with most people. I'm not sure what Hagan was doing there. Climbed back in the ring, left Devil Dog out there to kind of recover. Oh, he just punts him into the steps. Kicks Devil Dog in the ribs, sending him flying into those bottom steps. Oh, Devil Dog decides to give him a taste of his own medicine, bouncing Hagan now off the steps.
Devil Dog looks like he's in pain, actually.
Definitely does, holding his ribs there every now and then. Taking those shots earlier, started by Ryan Steele. And then we saw a series of big punches and then those giant, thick, basically tree trunk legs smashing into the ribs of Devil Dog as well. Laid out Lance Hagan, very proud of himself, just picking Devil Dog up by his neck like a mother dog would do to her puppy, and tossing him around. So far, neither Devil Dog nor Rivers have an answer for Lance Hagan.
No one can have an answer for Lance Hagan. He is one of the greatest in this industry today, and he's proven it. Devil Dog and Noah Rivers are no match for this man. I only hire the best, and here's proof that I do that.
They're definitely trying, as now Noah had Hagan down onto his knees, delivers a hard right hook. Figure that if he can't out-wrestle Hagan, then he's going to try to beat him down with every part of his body that he can. Hagan going for a knee, but it had no effect at all on Hagan. Hagan, now look at the power. Noah Rivers up in the air. He's just military press up and down, showing off before dropping Noah on his face. The strength there. Noah Rivers, now he's got him in a bear hug sort. Looks like he's choking. And he taps out. Noah Rivers just tapped to that bear hug chokehold there. Noah Rivers taps out in the massive anaconda-like arms of Lance Hagan.
Well, I hope they learn their lesson. They do not mess with Lance Hagan. The reason I made it a tag team match was just so this man could showcase his abilities against not one man, but two. And that's exactly what he just did.
He definitely did. I don't know if Ryan Steele was really needed, but he definitely opened the door, you know, to take Devil Dog out of this match for a little bit at least, so they could both sort of go after Noah. Ryan Steele, knowing Devil Dog very well, knows about the injuries that he suffered at the hands of James Black over in 3-Dub. Took advantage of that fully, taking Devil Dog out of this one. And Lance Hagan just polished it off. Big win here for CFT, the Townsend Enterprises, my guest that's on here now. If you enjoyed having CFT on the mic with me, make sure you do just like I'm doing here in this little poster we've got up ending the match. Put a big like, a little thumbs up, and subscribe. If you haven't already, if you're still on here or you finished watching the show, you can still vote on the next person that's going to come up on the Origin show right in the comments. I know the live stream is over. I meant to bring it up earlier, but you can still, within the next 24 hours, put a vote right here on episode 14 through YouTube to have it count. Right now, Jonathan Prada is winning the vote to be the next on the Origin show. But on there, that's JP, Jonathan Prada, Joe Rivers, Sander Cool, and the fourth man on the vote is eluding me because I don't have it open right in front of me. But
wasn't it Trey Jeter?
Trey Jeter. I apologize, Trey. I was just talking to you earlier. But so the winner of the vote is going to move on and be a guest after Robbie Regal, which Robbie Regal is supposed to be here Saturday with us. The winner will obviously be taken off the card, off the voting, and the man with the least votes will be taken off, and both of those two will be replaced for voting for episode 4. And CFT, if you said I saw a couple people actually like CFT for some reason. If you want to hear more of CFT and listen to his story, folks, get on to the YouTube playlist for the Hybrid Origins and take a look at CFT's interview on episode number 2. But on behalf of the Hybrid Universe, HWA Universe, I am SBJ, as you see right there, Stephen Benoit Jericho on the mic with me. CFT, do you have any words for your fans, CFT? Because it looks like you've got a couple, believe it or not.
Well, tonight was a great night. Ryan Steele and Lance Hagan picking up a win over Devil Dog and Noah Rivers. Tonight I showed just why Lance Hagan is the future of HWA. A powerhouse, an unstoppable machine. Not only is he strong, he's fast. Ryan Steele, another great competitor. He can target any limbs that he wants, and he can injure anybody. He is a submission expert, and he is one of the greatest in this industry today. And they're all brought to you by me, Clarence Fletcher Townsend from Townsend Enterprises. We are better than you, and I am signing off. I've got a filet mignon at the dinner table for me to eat, and Victoria Emerson's waiting on me.
Nothing else to say, folks. He did a great job closing it. If you haven't already, hit like, subscribe, ding the little bell that's on there so you can follow along and get notifications. Stephen Benoit Jericho signing off.